Hello there, good evening and welcome to the evening news at 6 on Adoatv, coming to you live from our studios on the John Evans at Mills High Street in Accra. You can also watch the evening news live on Facebook at Adoatv Ghana. I am Benedicta Dodu. The evening news is brought to you by Asatec Roofing Sheet and Cookware, Blue City Ties and Accessories, and Vena Mineral Water. Now let's take a look at our top stories for tonight's bulletin. After the presentation of the next year's budget by the Finance Minister, Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta, the minority in Parliament have slammed its details, saying the budget will only deepen the already existing economic crisis Ghanaians are being faced with. Another LGBT anti-plus group in the northern region have sent words of caution to the community, saying they will do everything in their power to annihilate the activities in the region. And in business, while some are protesting the 1.75 mobile money tax, Reverend Dr. Samuel Wolanyo Mensah says government is in the right direction. And in sports, the Ghana Boxing Authority has today launched its official website and 10 new title belts to cater for the promotional need of the boxing calendar. The details of these stories and more in this bulletin. Now, the Minister of Finance yesterday presented the 2022 budget and economic policy of government to Parliament. The Minister, in accordance with Article 197 and 180 of the 1992 Constitution and Section 21, Clause 3 of the Public Financial Management Act 2016 Act 921, presented highlights of the budget for the year ending December 31st, 2021, while presenting the 2022 budget and economic policy.
The Minister of Finance, on behalf of the President, presented the 2022 budget statement and economic policy of government yesterday, 17th November 2021, 2 days after the Public Financial Management Act 2016's required date of 15th November. This was due to some other important matters that Parliament was attending to, a statement from the House indicated. The presentation of the budget and economic policy was in accordance with Articles 179 and 180 of the 1992 Constitution and Section 21, subsection 3 of the Public Financial Management Act 2016, Act 921. Ahead of the budget, the Finance Ministry had hinted that the budget would dwell on creating a climate-friendly entrepreneurial state to address unemployment and import substitution. In the presentation, the Finance Minister highlighted the impact of COVID-19 on some of the critical structures and systems in education, health, economic life, communities, and everyday family life.
Mr. Speaker, the spiraling cost of shipping have hit businesses hard, particularly small and medium-scale enterprises. SMEs have had to struggle with economic fallout from the pandemic, and furthermore, they are now being forced to cope with the rising cost of shipping. This is making the lives of traders and consumers very difficult. The hardship Ghanaians have experienced due to COVID-19 is not lost on the government. We have been there with the people, playing the difficult but necessary balancing act of managing an economy put under extreme distress by the pandemic, and at the same time supporting households and businesses to cope. Mr. Speaker, at the beginning of the pandemic, we had to address both the immediate as well as persistent health and economic impacts of the pandemic. Our response was bold, decisive, and compassionate, but also costly. As a responsible government, allied to the concerns of the people, we have had no choice but to implement critical interventions to take lives and to save lives and jobs including feeding nearly 2.8 million people with hot meals. We also collaborated with our faith-based organizations to provide 470,000 families with food packages. Mr. Speaker, to mitigate the health impact of the pandemic, government also employed additional 38,000 nurses. Tax exemptions worth 36.8 million Ghana cedis were also granted to our frontline staff, while 10.1 million and 4.78 million households were provided with free water and electricity, respectively. To facilitate the mass reopening of schools, government provided 11 million students and staff with essential supplies such as face masks, paper towels, liquid soap, and sanitizers, all at great cost. Cooked meals were also provided to final year JHS students in both public and private schools. Mr. Speaker, these have been expensive, but we knew that the cost of doing nothing and disrupting the education of our children for an entire academic year would have been even greater. I'm proud to announce that not a single Ghanaian public sector worker was laid off as a result of the impact of the pandemic on our public finances, and we have managed to pay them monthly, and we are grateful to the unions for their cooperation in this regard.
The Speaker, however, also highlighted the essence of the 2022 budget, indicating that the budget is intentional about building a sustainable entrepreneurial nation through fiscal consolidation and job creation. Other aspects of the budget highlighted by the minister includes microeconomic developments in 2021, fiscal performance, macroeconomic targets, resource mobilization and allocation, policy initiatives, industry supports, revenue assurance, and compliance enforcement, amongst others.
Some members of parliament have shared their views and worries about the 2022 budget, saying the budget presents no hope for Ghanaians. The members of parliament who took turns to share their views highlighted dissatisfaction and the lack of direction emanating from the budget.
All of this means that there's no hope for Ghana, there's no hope for Ghanaians, there's no hope for the youth, there's no hope for every business person in Ghana. Even all the sectors, education, health, no hope. Look at even housing sector. Look at the sanitation sector. This is a president that keeps saying that he wants to make Accra the cleanest city in Africa. The budget, what did they do about it? What did they specifically indicate that they are going to do as far as keeping the country clean is concerned? What did the budget specifically say about housing? Very open. For the past 5 years, they cannot point at a specific project they have done that alleviate the over 2 million housing challenges that we have in Ghana. I serve on the Western Housing Committee as the deputy ranking member, and so I know what I'm talking about. In the housing sector, nothing has been done. And the part of sanitation, like I said, most of the areas, even we have Zoom Lion workers that do not do work, yet every month assemblies pay. This is not a secret. It is an open something that we are all aware of. I remember last year when I was debating, this part of the debate, I emphasized on it. I said we wanted to know, especially the COVID funds, what they use the COVID funds for, the sanitation, which companies they paid money to. All these things they couldn't explain to us.
So you can't continue to deceive Ghanaians. Let the truth be told that, look, we are all supposed to tax ourselves. I trust that if politicians, we are truthful to Ghanaians, and we tell every worker that, look, let's sacrifice even 200 Ghana from every worker's salary, and we'll fix our rules, because we'll be truthful, then workers will obey. Are you getting me? So that they will enable a program or a road that this is Ghanaian workers' road, and people will be proud of it. But we can't continue to be lying into governance. And when you lie into governance, it will expose you. His Excellency Bawumia said it. And now it is exposing them. Are you getting me? E-tax. We want to applaud you for e-tax. That means now if I'm transferring money to my wife or my child in school, they have to tax it. If my child should say extra classes, they want to tax that money. If my brother abroad is bringing money to the grandmother in the village who is to travel to go and take the money from bank, now the bank is going to pay money. At the same time, you are taxing my grandmother at home. Oh, Massa, let's be truthful to ourselves. We agree there are challenges, and now continue, you say cover it, everything cover it. Should we blame cover it on everything? You are taxing airport tax for cover it. Are you not paying tax from cover it? Those who travel abroad and came home, those who live, you take tax from airport. So why do you blame this on cover it?
I knew that this digitization was going to end up in Ibaumia pickpocketing. Today, as you are here working, immediately your money gets into the bank. Unless you go to the bank to withdraw the money in cash, any attempt to spend that money through any electronic means, whether you are transferring directly to somebody, you are transferring to your Momo wallet, you are paying out to your grandmother in the village, Baumia is waiting to take a share before you spend that money. And yet you have paid taxes on that income. So you are paying double taxes because your income is taxed. The money that they now give to you as your net salary is also taxed if you spend the money by any electronic means. So what it definitely means is that we have reversed the electronic platform that we are creating by over 25 years. I will always go to the bank and withdraw my money, so I don't pay that money. It is the same way you are likely not to be using your platforms to spend your money, but will be queuing at the bank because you want to avoid double taxation of the same money that you pay the taxes on.
Still on the 2022 budget, Deputy Majority Leader Honorable Afenyo Markin, in a press statement, has retaliated to the address by the minority, indicating that the government has demonstrated competence in managing the problems at hand. The Afutu legislator dared the NDC to provide a better option, which he says they have none.
A program where our youth at the various districts, small scale, can have up to 10,000. And if they are graduates who have their startups and want expansion, they can have up to 50,000. And where they are a medium scale, they have between 100 and 500,000. The good news is that government is guiding this investment into the private sector by channeling this through the private financial institutions. So it's not going to be goodies from government, but companies that have properly registered and have gone through training, these individuals will be encouraged to register with the banks, and through that, the banks will take them through the process of giving them that financial support. This will be a concessionary facility, and I believe that it will bring a lot of relief. So like my colleagues are saying, Obia Sabekanede, Obia Benyebiedi, Obia Benya Humfaswo. Every Ghanaian will have an equal opportunity to get support, so that those at that level of informal sector, those who are chasing for formal sector jobs, can unearth their potential and make sure that the little that they can explore, there is that support to do it. So ladies and gentlemen, let me conclude by saying that government has demonstrated competence in its ability to manage the situation at hand. In the midst of this COVID, government has not given up. Our friends in opposition were expecting a doomsday budget, but this budget has given us hope. If you look at the reliefs to the private sector, it's even beyond their own imagination. And the budget is calling on all Ghanaians to rally around and support government initiative. We need to get out of this. We will get out of this, but it is only through competence that we can get out of this. Indeed, our friends in the NDC cannot provide any alternative. They have not done so since this government assumed office, and they can never do so even today. And I challenge them, if there's anything better they can do under this budget, or if they can do anything better in the circumstance we find ourselves as a country I challenge them to immediately come up with their own solutions. But like we always know, they will proceed with political rhetorics without bringing solutions to Ghanaians.
Crusade against individuals who are into LGBTQI activities and prostitution has taken a different dimension in the north, where a group based in Tamale has cautioned those in the act to abstain before it's late. The group are of the firm view that it will be wrong on their part to look unconcerned for activities of LGBTQI and prostitution to take a center stage in the Tamale metropolis and the northern region at large.
In the northern region, the fight against LGBTQI plus activities and prostitution is still on the run as anti-LGBTQI plus communities keep springing up day in, day out. A group is of the firm view that it will be wrong on their part to look unconcerned for activities of the LGBTQI community and prostitution to take center stage in Tamale and the northern region at large. Speaking to Adoa News' northern regional correspondent Nuruddin Ibrahim, the founder and communications director of the Al Mukhalisin Muslim Society, Mr. Ustaz Donar, said plans are far advanced for them to put a stop to both activities of LGBTQI plus and prostitution in Tamale and its adjoining communities. According to him, the group is going to use the might of oral words and spiritual practice to fight and arrest the rising canker.
This morning is nothing but a doom that is about to happen. And the cause of the doom is LGBTQ. LGBTQ, which means the L means lesbianism, the G means gayism, and the B means bisexual, and what do you call it? The T means transgender. All these are nonsense, and we are here to fight it with all our strength and power, and we will never rest it until it's gone with us. And another thing, the shower girls. This is an alert to them that they should leave Tamale before it's too late, because we are preparing a serious preparation. We're not joking. We are preparing. Al Mukhalisun is ready to fight, and we are about 300 members. 500
so when
members.
you say you are prepared, is it guys, machete, or is it spiritual?
Okay, you are right. For now, we are using two things. Islam means peace. We will never fight somebody with a gun or a machete. But what we will use is that we are going to use spiritual. For now, we are praying hard on them. God will destroy them. He will destroy them immensely. And another thing, we are going to fight them with our words and money, because we want people to help. We want people to help. They are helping us with money, and money that we can use to convince the positive persons that can help us deal with this nonsense in this town. How can you leave Nigeria to here, coming to, I don't know, it's too much.
So can you share with you?
You are right. If we happen to have somebody in this bad attitude, the Prophet Muhammad said, "Man wajadtumuhu ya'malu amala qawmi lutin faqtulu fa'il wal maf'ulun bi." If you ever seen somebody doing the kind of actions that the people of Lut used to do, if you happen to have such a person, kill him and kill the person that kill the two both. I mean, the two people that are doing it, kill them. That are doing it, just kill them, and that's all. So if we happen to have such a person, we cannot kill them, because we don't have power because the politicians are so ruthless that you can't take an appropriate action. So, but if we happen to have such a person, in fact, only God and Lord can tell what will happen to you. For now, we can't tell, but what will happen to you, only the Allah can tell.
Mr. Dana tasked Ghana's parliament to pass the anti-LGBTQI plus bill to prevent some unforeseen situations in the country. Again, he advised parents to monitor what the awards do on social media.
And this is an advice to every woman and every man. I mean, parents in general. You see, if you have a kid who is attending the SHS and so forth, or JSS, I mean, if your boy or girl is having a smartphone, make sure that every week you go through it, because the LGBTQ now they are using the boys through their pornographic movies. The boys, they go to Google, and then they Google out of negative, I don't know, people's graphic movies. So now they now use men to, I don't know, they now use gayism. I don't know. All their movies now is about gayism. So make sure you check it thoroughly in such a way that you will be okay with your boy or your girl, and know that maybe your boy is not part of this these stupid actions.
Some members of the society also registered their displeasure over the subject.
LGBTQ asam no kura aburo me so if you say fitiasie nyina no ehu se saa de we no we tete but na me nim se de eti ba se na se de aba bebre fa ye ma ene mofra asiso ama se mofra ne bebre niam bi omo ye no ehu na ahwe mfitiasie no a enye saa na nyankopɔn eboye obo ba ne bema onyankopɔn obi anim nyansa kyɛ nyankopɔn na ehu sɛ enne no enipa pɛsɛ yɛyɛ te sɛ enim nyansa kyɛ nyankopɔn yɛhwɛ kora Sodom and Gomorrah saa na ɔmo yɛ ya onyankopɔn sɛ enti ɛyɛ hu paa na yɛhwɛ yɛ de nnome kɛseɛ ɛbɛba ɔman yi so.
Meanwhile, Ghanaians have been urged to make it a habit to drink safe and clean water always. Speaking to Other News, the district officer of the Red Cross Society of Ghana, that is Ashedu Keteke District, Mr. Lena Lamte, underscored the essence of drinking safe and clean water. He further highlighted possible diseases one is likely to contract after consuming unsafe water.
It is very important because of late we get information about stomach abscess and other typhoid and other things, other illnesses. So therefore, we want to encourage everyone to drink and to ensure that they take in good and clean water, especially not to experience cholera again. It was last 2013 we experienced cholera and it was very bad, and we didn't want to experience that cholera again. So we are encouraging people to drink safe water. Most of the sachet water we drink, I normally call it mineral water because there are minerals in it. So you ensure that the water you are drinking, you have treated it well. Then you know that you are drinking a safe water. We encourage all those who misuse or mishandle our treated water. They should desist from.
Abdul Kudus Adam is a 24-year-old physically challenged man. However, he has defied all odds in society to use his God-given skills to cater for himself and that of his entire family. Abdul repairs mobile phones for a living. As of the time of this report, he told Nuruddin Ibrahim, our Northern Regional correspondent, that he is able to make an average of 25 cedis a day. Now, he's unable to cater for his family as a result of hikes in commodity prices, and he's calling on all benevolent individuals to help him in cash and in kind.
In the small town of Zang, one of the poorest farming communities in the Nanton district of the Northern region, lives Abdul Kudus, a 24-year-old physically challenged phone repairer. Abdul Kudus was born without any deformity, but all of a sudden he became paralyzed at a tender age. Strangely, his left ear also developed some sort of keloids all at the same time. Unlike other physically challenged people on the streets of Tamale who are begging for alms, Abdul Kudus decided not to beg but rather make a living as a self-taught phone repairer. Following his passion and consistent study of phones and how it works, Abdul Kudus has now ventured into mobile phone repairs and other gadgets after completing senior high school education. However, as a result of lack of support to set up a shop at a vantage point in the district for himself, Abdul has resorted to operating in a single room which he shares with his parents. In an interview with him, he said, working in his room does not attract many customers as it seems.
24 years old. Now, actually, I'm complete exercise. Okay. So, now,
I do repair phones for a living. I'm not doing anything apart from this work. My problem is that customers do not notice me because I'm in my room, so I need support to set up a shop outside.
Customers is not see me because of what I did room.
He was optimistic of getting more customers when he's assisted because of several services he provides. Abdul Kudus said his parents are poor farmers who are unable to meet his needs and therefore appealed to non-governmental organizations, individuals, and the government to come to his aid to set up a befitting shop. He further indicated his commitment to continue his education if he is given the support. To support Abdul Kudus, please contact him on 0552 587281. 0552 587281. Remember, no amount is too small, and this is a harsh reality. It could be you, it could be me. Together, we can win.
This is the evening news at 6 on Adoatv. We'll be back shortly with more news.
CB will make up now. Amaka, correct. Why your best mankasa? That's it. Who and you want? Oh, middle. You captures back on CB men capsules. Me see CB men capsules and America.
Yeah, CB men and women's capsules. Now, you knew the dada. And one year packaging I had a pepper.
Wow! What a packaging! CB men, any CB women capsules, no packaging is out. And you also no mood any bianza no akodo ben pegi
share apemfo any abata woman kwada no fo any kwada wo ni fie du ni enka ho
Susanna Ghana man be man tamase
Adoatv 0247 111671 and 0246 578 750 FDA aje edwedin kato yato.
Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with RwandAir today. RwandAir, the safest airline in Africa.
RwandAir, fly the dream of Africa.
Blue City is a manufacturer and supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240-926-564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emil's Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City, creativity and style.
Welcome back and on to business now. As part of efforts by government to rake in more revenue for the country, the government has slapped a 1.75% levy on mobile money and other electronic transactions that exceed 100 cedi per day. Reacting to the 2022 budget statement and economic policy, economist Reverend Dr. Samuel Wolanu-Mensah said the government is in the right direction to take in more revenue. He spoke to my colleague Nanya Makolison in a phone conversation.
By and large, I think the 2022 budget is a welcoming one in the sense that it tries to summarize socioeconomic development activity compared to the previous budget. And I've seen that the 2022 budget statement tries to also present certain policies and programs that will really help the poor and the vulnerable in society to be able to be creative and also work on the employment opportunities by developing the technical know-how through the entrepreneurship. And I strongly believe that if what has been read is implemented with this fiscal discipline, we should be able to achieve greater results as a country. Notwithstanding the new taxes that have been introduced, I think are welcoming because they are all part of the digitization process. And so once you have been able to roll out a robust digitized programs and policies, I think it's really going to help you to harness more revenue, generate more revenue for socio-economic development, and also it will help you in prudent management of the economy, reduce wastages and fraudulent activities, and also take care of issues about corruption. And so I think it's a laudable one. The only issue that I have problem with has to do with the toll booths. As I think that it's a harsh economic, political decision they have taken, and such decisions are always economic decisions.
Now, following the recent financial sector cleanup, the government says it has become imperative for it to embark on a financial literacy campaign across the country to promote understanding of the benefits and risks associated with financial products and services and enable Ghanaians to make decisions in their best interests. To this end, a 5-year national financial literacy strategy, which was developed to serve as a blueprint for the financial literacy program, according to the government, will be implemented in 2022 with a pilot in some selected districts to test the appropriateness of the design literacy tools and materials.
Scale up, we commence engagement with participating financial institutions to promote residential rent-to-own schemes and to support the development of a private sector mortgage refinance institution. With the support of the Adoatv Ghana Cares program, the National Home Ownership Fund is facilitating the use of innovative products to tap into pension funds and other long-term funds to support home ownership in Ghana. Trade and industry. A total of 278 1D1F projects are at various stages of implementation, out of which 106 factories are operational. The companies that are currently operational have created a total of 156,782 direct and indirect jobs, 17,451 of which were created in 2021. It is expected, Mr. Speaker, that the completion of the 1D1F projects currently under construction and in the pipeline will create additional 131,817 direct and indirect jobs in 134 districts across the country.
That's it for business. Sports follow shortly.
Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying, so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with RwandAir today. RwandAir, the safest airline in Africa.
RwandAir, fly the dream of Africa.
Blue City is a manufacturer and supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240-926-564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emils Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City, creativity and style.
Malaria nti abayiwa yejuma bono. Malaria defo yao. Enti awo ahire ne customers ni. Wahu ne se mami aye smart. Ape sibi malakio. Amma ne baya odi ko school. She se aduane si berry market tie ni malaria nti a ontimi ni.
Onia and na ho ema we no biara to wo. So we have malaria test. Maybe we want and Trebetua and the city malagio. Yedinu na hama and now kika bomb a sonny so I city malagio. And no way so there. And I don't grow. I yet tata shit.
A drawing near ma appeal for about a woman for any quada won't in fear.
Susiana, what would you with
FD Ashusha sa a jedi and cratoimu adia to Muse Ege.
Blue City is a manufacturer and supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240-926-564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emils Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City, creativity and style.
time for some sports updates now. The Ghana Boxing Authority has taken delivery of 10 new belts to cater for the promotional needs of the calendar. This intervention comes after years of unavailability of title belts, which always took something away from the promotion sanctioned by the Ghana Boxing Association. Now, the arrival of the belts will give its sanctioned bouts a new image and ease the stress associated with arrangements with championships.
The Ghana Boxing Authority has officially launched 10 new national belts, a brand new car, and an official website for the development of the sport at the Mudo Press Conference Room at the Bukom Boxing Arena. The intervention comes after years of unavailability of title belts, which always took something away from the promotions sanctioned by the Boxing Authority. As of October 2021, they had only 2 title belts for all the active weight divisions between flyweight and welterweight divisions. Notable names such as former world champion Professor Azuma Nelson, former Minister of Youth and Sport Honorable Lante Van der Poel, Joseph Agbeku, George Ashi, and other dignitaries were present at the ceremony. Under the GBA's rules and regulations, every champion is supposed to stage a voluntary defense after a maximum of 90 days and a mandatory defense within a period of 6 months. As the situation stands, all champions have hardly kept any title belts in their closet. Speaking at the unveiling, President of Ghana Boxing Authority, Abraham Nikwe Korte, said that the unveiling of the 10 title belts are to help reshape and revive boxing and to create more domestic championships, after which the 10 titles were unveiled.
Today marks a special day in my life as a GBA president for a simple reason that we are here to execute important assignments in an effort to reshape, revive professional boxing in Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, the single stone in this contest is the event. The 3 bets are the launch of 10 newly acquired national title belts, GBA new car, GBA official website. The next few weeks, the GBA in collaboration with a popular media house will invite you again to witness a launch of yet again another boxing league in Ghana. Let's go.
Former Minister for Youth and Sports, Honorable Lante Van der Poel, during the ceremony also encouraged boxers to be disciplined to achieve their aim.
It is my hope and prayer that I will continue to support this sport to make it the #1 sport in the country. I believe boxing has a lot for this country, more than football. Over the years, it's because those of us involved in boxing have not given it the discipline it deserves. When I say discipline of a sport, it's not just about the technical discipline. It's not just about the tactical discipline. It's also about the personal discipline that is supposed to come from each of the stakeholders in the sport. If the managers are doing their part, the promoters are doing their part, the administrators are doing their part, the trainers are doing their part, the boxers will also do their part. And that we shall have a comprehensive discipline that will push us to the level we want to go to. If you go into other jurisdictions like the US, Prof. Ike and the rest will tell you, boxing is a disciplined business. A particular event is to create the opportunity for us to open the doors to future champions. But we can only achieve that if we are all disciplined.
Former world champion Joseph Agbeku, speaking on behalf of the boxers, also said these new titles would help churn out more champions in the country and urged the businessmen to invest in boxers.
They should come into the business not seeing it as something that they are coming to help the fighters, because they've been seeing it as we are helping you because they are putting in their money. But they should take the fighters as their business. They should take the fighters very serious. They should invest their money into the fighters properly. They should invest their time into the fighters as they will invest into their wives or their husband. They should invest that time into it because you have to pay proper attention to where you are putting your money into, because you don't want the money to just go and then not bring out anything. So you should be committed to the boxer, have time, move with the boxer, create relationship with the boxer, and make sure wherever you are putting into it, it will bring something positive at the end of the day. So this is the piece of advice I can say. So
under the Ghana Boxing Authority system, national champions were decorated by the Ghana Boxing Authorities immediately after the ring announces results, after which they returned the titles immediately to be used for other events. Abraham Kote Nikwe, during his campaign, promised to buy a car for the authority if he becomes the new president. He has fulfilled his promise by unveiling the car, and he has also enrolled 80 boxers on the National Health Insurance Scheme.
Go!
We'll be right back with more news.
Blue City is a manufacturer and supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240-926-564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emils Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City, creativity and style.
Still on sports, the Ghana Football Association has launched the newly introduced Women's Premier Super Cup and the Juvenile Champions League on Thursday, November 18, 2021 at the GFA Secretariat. GFA President Kurt Okweku, during the launching of the Women's Super Cup, confirmed that the competition shall consist of 8 clubs, including Hazakes Ladies and 7 other clubs. There will be special prize package for women players such as the top scorer, the best player, and other special categories.
The selected teams shall consist of 8 clubs, and these clubs will be 4 from the northern zone and 4 from the southern zone. Indeed, we have secondly Hazakes Ladies, who are in the grand finale of the first ever CAF Women Champions League. This tells you how strong Women Premier League is or has become. Okay, if a club from Ghana can dominate the West African zone, which is made up of countries like the Ivory Coast, the Nigeria, Niger, Burkina Faso, and become champions and go all the way onto the African continent. That is beyond West Africa and are currently in the grand finale and first ever champions. We say kudos to Attackers. So Attackers ladies will be playing alongside Berry ladies, soccer intellectuals, lady strikers, Ampemdakuma ladies, Master Sports Academy, Ashtown ladies, and Prison ladies. The participating teams shall receive financial support of 10,000 Ghana cedis per club from the Ghana Football Association to take care of logistics needed in preparations towards the competition. Indeed, the format for the competition allows for 2 groups of 4 teams on an all-play-all basis for the group stage. And of course, then we shall have the semi-finals and then the grand finale. The games will be held in Accra, and the venue will be the Madina Zogo Sports Complex. Is that correct? So we expect that at the end of the tournament, the winner will take home 15,000 Ghana cedis plus 30 gold medals plus a converted trophy. The first runner-up, 8,000 Ghana cedis, 30 silver medals. The second runner-up, 5,000 Ghana cedis, 30 bronze medals. This is likely to improve when our honorable signs the new deal. Then beyond that, the committee is looking at rewarding excellent performance in the competition. We're looking at the top scorer of the competition. We look at the best player of the competition. We look at the best goalkeeper, and most importantly, the discovery of the competition. My colleagues, women's football in Ghana is gathering so much momentum that with our commitment to strengthening the game, we envisage dominating the world stage to our female stars in the years to come. I'm super excited about this, and I'm looking forward to attending all the games as well. So from the women, we go to, shall I say the men? No, the boys. Coles football, juvenile football. The GFA recently launched the juvenile or Coles football season. Indeed, with a strong edge to fire up the engines of youth football, the Secretariat, together with the cross section of society, outdoor one of the most important leagues under the GFA's portfolio of leagues. As I stated then, and as it still pertains now, juvenile football is a lifeline of Ghana football. Without a reserve of significant and viable players in the country, obviously, our country heavily relies on how much investment we can make in juvenile football to ensure that the game develops right from the grassroots up to the very top. Today, the Football Association is proud to launch a new juvenile competition called the KGL Interclub Championship. The KGL Under 17 Interclub Championship. The KGL Under 17 Interclub Championship. This is proudly sponsored by the KGL Foundation. Don't forget that the last few weeks, KGL announced a $1 million USD relationship with the Ghana Football Association that will span over.
Moving on straight to entertainment, luck, they say, varies as many social media influencers and celebrities get arrested or slammed for sharing pranks. Davido, on the other hand, has received close to 5 million naira from a tweet he made with regards to how broke he was at the time.
Award-winning Nigerian Afrobeat singer David Adeleke, well known in showbiz scenes as Davido, earlier devised a strategy to make some more millions in addition to what he already has by asking his fans and loved ones on social media to bless him by filling his new bank account. The femme hitmaker made a tweet by revealing his bank account number and asking his fans on social media to bless him, especially those he entertained with his hit songs over the years. If you know I've given you a hit song, send me money. Una know yourselves, oh, he wrote in a tweet, revealing his account details as David Adeleke, Wema Bank, account number 01230449667. What seemed to be a joke to many, especially Davido himself, manifested into a multi-million making scheme as friends and fans and loved ones of the singer credited his accounts with about 1 million naira each. Davido, who could not keep calm about the excitement in his heart for the kind gesture done to him by his fans and loved ones, he took to his Instagram story to share a list of almost all the Nigerian celebrities who credited his Wema Bank account with huge sums of money. Zlatan, Chike, Mr. Easy, his longtime best friend, Lati, his lawyer, Adoa, E-Money, Papa Your Ex, Rebecca Negi Hampson are some of the celebrities who showed love to the singer by decorating his new bank account.
And that is our wrap up on the evening news at 6 on Adoa TV. A recap of our top stories after the presentation of the year's budget by the Finance Minister, Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta. The minority in Parliament have slammed its details, saying the budget will only deepen the already existing economic crisis Ghanaians are being faced with. Another anti-LGBTQI+ group in the northern region have sent words of caution to the community, saying they will do everything in their power to annihilate their activities in the region. And in business, while some are protesting the 1.75 mobile money tax, Reverend Dr. Samuel Olanyo Mensah says government is in the right direction. And in sports, the Ghana Boxing Authority has today launched its official website and 10 new title belts to cater for the promotional needs of the boxing calendar. For more news, log on to our website www.adonewsonline.com. I am Benedict Adodu. Thanks for staying with us, and thanks to Asatec Roofing Sheet and Cookware, Blue City Ties and Accessories, and Verna Mineral Water. Do stay with us here on Adoatv.